Oh, hey. Oh, come on. Come on. Let me take you in here real quick. So, welcome to the workshop. It's quite a mess in here, as you can kind of tell. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a shop update. But while I'm giving you a shop update, I wanted to also take the time to clean up the shop because the shop is a mess. So I've got you in the GoPro right now because it's just so much easier for you to see what I'm doing. I don't need to move the camera around. But I love to keep my workshop nice and neat, but when we have a house project going on, that kind of doesn't happen because I keep the project area nice and neat, but the workshop becomes a catch-all because I'm back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Just set stuff down, move it on. I've got my air compressor up in our dining room, so I've got my hose reel here, and the 50-foot hose is all the way completely gone out of it. But so anyways, getting on to a couple updates. First of all, if you haven't already watched the video on my Being a Craftsman DIY series, you got to check that out. It turned out really good. I was really happy about it. It just really was good because I was able to format everything into that DIY type of format, and it just fit well. I just used the word format twice, but I know you forgive me. But it just worked out well. So I'm kind of liking this idea to try to do that with everything. So I'm thinking about doing my shop updates on Wednesdays like I always have, except they're going to be called shop updates instead of project updates. Obviously, I didn't do an update for every single project I did with the DIY videos, just because I feel like it's almost overload and there's really not a whole lot to say for every project. So I'll still give updates in these projects, but I don't want to overwhelm you with pretty much saying the same thing every single time. So I've liked that idea, but I also like the idea of doing my quick tips again. I haven't done a quick tip video in a while, and so maybe think about doing those on Mondays. So what I'm essentially saying is you might end up having 3 videos from me every single week, which would be a big change and something new that most of you have never experienced because I've never done that before. So that might be something I will be doing soon. But I wanted to take this opportunity to really describe to you a couple things going on. First of all, if you haven't noticed, there's a shop now on Teespring, and I've got several things for sale on there. They're all shirts right now. But I've got my, well, let me just show you. We've got a couple different shirts. First of all, we've got the shirt for sale that I wear in the workshop a lot, and it's the Being a Craftsman logo shirt. And, just a simple logo shirt. Real good shirt. But I made this other shirt, and this design popped in my head, and I thought, this is a perfect shirt. So here's this one. I'm sorry, I have sawdust on my shirt. So you could pick up that shirt, $23. I also have another shirt for sale, but I don't have it. It's more of a classic design with the Being a Craftsman logo, a little bit different, but it's $23 as well. So you can go to that website. It's going to be in the description below, and buy a shirt. The proceeds of that helps support my channel, so that's awesome. I want you to do that. Second of all, there is a review form. If you watched the DIY show and you really enjoyed that, there is a form on my website that you can fill out that helps me kind of better understand what you liked, what you didn't like, some of your favorite projects, and also what I can do for season 2. I'm always up for ideas, different projects, and I'm also up for suggestions on maybe things I shouldn't do because I'm new to that. I like doing DIY, I like explaining it, but sometimes I feel like my explanations maybe don't make sense. So I want to know that too. So that will be linked in the description below as well. I'm going to go off camera for 1 second, but I'm going to keep talking. So there's another thing I wanted to talk about with you, and put these boards down over here. Some oak trim that my house has that you can't buy in a store, so I don't want to throw it away. But I wanted to talk to you about an opportunity that I have real recently through my church, and it's to go on a missions trip. I will be going to Hondorus. And I've never been out of the country, never been on a missions trip. And if you're not familiar with that is, it's through my church, but what we're going to do is go to this place in Honduras. We're going to help build a church. We're going to help fix a church, do repairs, do some electrical, maybe at another church. We're also going to minister a little bit, help the people out, and just be there for them. So I will be going at the end of June into the beginning of July for a week, basically. And if you feel in your heart to maybe want to help me get there, because obviously there's a cost involved for me to get there, and I'm taking time off work. So if you feel maybe in your heart that you'd like to help me get there, contact me through my website. There's a contact form there. You can also email me at beingacraftsman@gmail.com and let me know that you want to help me, and we'll work out how that would work out for you. So I'm really excited about that. I probably will take some videos because it's woodworking in a way. There's some things I'm sure I'm going to do that I do here in the shop that I can do out in the field. So we'll see. I also know that I say that now, but when I get to that opportunity and I'm in the midst of people and being in the midst of the circumstances that go around their life, I might feel different about that, and I may not want to record. So we'll just see. We'll have to see how things go, but let me know. Yeah, I'd love to know. So let me shift you around. So another thing that I've been really struggling on is something that you might see right now. Is this mailbox. It has literally been sitting there for probably over a month. And the problem is I never seem to put my effort in making it, finishing it. It's basically at the same point it was when I finished the video. Okay, hit my light there. And so I wanted to finish it because the mailbox I have is falling apart really, really bad. And I need to fix it. My wife has been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. Every time I go get the mail, it's just falling apart. So it's got to be done. Need this for the house. I watched a video from Midwest Man Mountain, Christopher. He's one of my friends on YouTube here. He's a really, really great guy, real great channel. And he made a library box, one of those free libraries that you see on post around neighborhoods. And for his roof, he actually used cedar. Never heard of cedar, but cedar. So I thought, hey, that's perfect because I don't really necessarily want to do what I did before, which is actually use shingles. I used regular roofing shingles, and they turned out okay. But for this project, I want it to look a little nicer. So I'm going to do cedar. So over here, it's a nice cedar board. Wonderful. Now I just need to work on it. So obviously there's a part 2 to that video series that has not been made, has not been recorded. There's a lot that hasn't been made. There's a lot that hasn't been recorded just because life changes, life happens, and right now we're just working on this remodel part in our dining room. And there'll be a couple videos about that because we're putting up 1/4-inch plywood, which is what all this scrap wood is, and we're making it look like a fake shiplap wall. We're going 8-inch wide, and we're putting this right on the wall, so it kind of looks like real thick boards put on the wall. And it's way more inexpensive doing it this way versus buying shiplap in a store. It's already made. It's just no question at all. I'm going to step out of camera view here in a minute, but keep talking. And so this wood is all over my workshop, so I got to clean that up. But there's a couple little tricks and tips that I've been doing with that I wanted to share in the quick tip series. So you'll see a little bit of that. And also there will be a video kind of showing how to put the shiplap on the wall. It may not be instructional, but it'll just be a way for you to see what I'm doing. But anyways, I'm going to get a little more focused here and really start cleaning up the shop to kind of get it to a point where I could produce some videos. So I hope you enjoyed this little update. I'm going to try to do these more often again. I'm going to do these on Wednesdays and just try to be more nonchalant. Just be real, myself. Nothing structured. Basically no stopping and going on my video camera. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.